Cassandra
He
Terry
did say it was
Morning
a
Show.
lot.
Cassandra Terry is a mindset coach and founder of Manifesting Miracle Makers, rounded up her LinkedIn family once again. First, we've got Brian Smart, Mr. Content and Dadpreneur. He's striking the perfect balance between raising his youngest daughter and creating masterful content. Next, meet Denise Annalise Spiller, the gig expert and relentless traveler and writer. She turns every gig into an adventure. Then there's Jay Pasquale, the storytelling strategist, a poet and voiceover artist. He's weaving tales that'll make you think, laugh, and maybe even change your perspective. Get ready for a show filled with wisdom, inspiration, and the magic of family. Let's welcome Cassandra Terry and the rest of the fam.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my personal favorite day of the week, Thankful Thursday. It is so good to have you with us. I hope you have your gratitude bag packed and that you're ready to think about and talk about all the things that you are grateful for today. That is our mission. We want to light up social media, whatever platform that you are on. Start to think about and share in the comments at least one thing. But if you are grateful for more than one, just keep them coming. Message after message, comment after comment about what it is that you're grateful for. How do I even think about it? It's early in the morning, or I've had a rough day already. All kinds of stuff is going on in my life, woman, and you're talking about gratitude. Yes, I am. Because all those external things are just that. They are external. If you are still here, if you are still inhaling and exhaling, if you still have the control of your body, the operation of your brain, if you're still able to go to a job, if you have a roof over your head, if you maybe you don't have the food in your tummy yet, but you can just walk into your kitchen and find something to nourish your body, you have a lot to be grateful for. And we want to get in that mindset, not later, but right now. So wherever you are, start to think about gratitude. And I'd love to see those comments start to come in about what you are grateful for. I will start. Since it's my big idea, I better open my mouth and begin the conversation. I am grateful for another day. Thursdays are always, we're close to the end of the week. We've had a lot going on. So on Thursdays, it takes me a little bit more to get out of the bed and get the day started. But I'm grateful that I was able to, unassisted. I could get up. I could get out of my bed. I could prepare myself. I had options of what I was going to throw on, right? I have a lot to be grateful for before my day even begins. Nothing has happened extraordinary. I'm here with you guys every day. That's something to be grateful for, right? Every day I get to roll out of bed, do a little preparation, and turn on my destiny, turn into it every single day. I get to do what I believe I was designed to do. I think I'm a talking head by charts. I think I'm a beating heart. So much more than the functioning blood flow. I care about people, and I get to show up in a space and talk about the things that I care about. And there's people on the other end listening, and there's people showing up to be on stage with me to share what is important to them. 5 days a week. There's only 7, and 5 days a week I get to do this. And on some days I do it multiple days a week, right? Do it in the morning, and then I have something else going on in the evening. Grateful. I have a healthy family. Grateful, right? I have people who absolutely care about me. I have a career. I have a business. Nothing has changed, right? There's nothing new in my life at this moment. I literally just woke up less than an hour ago. But without anything happening, I have so many things to be grateful for. And so do you. And so let's remember that. Let's use gratitude as the vehicle, as a tool, as a part of our mindset, as a way of showing up and moving through the world, because it will shift us from the ho-hums. It's easy to be, as the week goes on, We're more tired. We've got so much going on. It is easy to get in that place of, ooh, I just wish this would be over, right? I have to do this and I have to do that. I don't have to go to my job because my job doesn't have to allow me to, right? But I have the opportunity 5 days a week to go to a job, to generate income that sustains my family and my lifestyle and allows me to do the things that I love to do, right? It's all in how you think about it. Do you have to go to that party because it's so and so's birthday? And as much as you'd love to be able to be home, you have to go. Or do you get to go and celebrate someone that you care about and be a part of friends and family and connect and enjoy and celebrate? It's all in how you think about it, right? Man, I have to cook. I can't ever get a day off. The family always needs something. Or I get to go and prepare a healthy meal to nourish my family and see them enjoy it, right? It's all in how we look at it. So that's the challenge for the day. In those spaces where you feel like you have to, in those spaces where it feels burdensome, in those spaces where you'd rather not, spend some time there thinking about the blessings that are in that space, thinking about the positive results for you and for others because you're in that space or involved in that activity. And flip that mental on its head and move it from a got to a have to by finding the gifting in it. And it'll uplift your spirits. It'll make you see that thing differently and do it with more joy. Get more fulfillment out of your life in general and out of that activity. What are those mundane things, those repetitive things that you have to do all the time? And you're like, oh, not this again. What are those things in your life? What can you be grateful for those things? Spend some time thinking about that. And while you're doing it, notice what's happening in your body. How did you feel when you started? Oh, I can't believe I have to do this again. To I have the opportunity to, I get to. When you move from that one mindset to the other, your shoulders relax, the chest softens, you feel a little bit lighter on your feet. There are physical ramifications for our mindset. That's why it's such a huge part of my mission because I know what happens in my mind finds a way to get trapped and change what's happening in my body. So I can have all the most wonderful things around me. But if mentally I'm in a bad space, I'm not going to enjoy those things. I'm not going to be in a good mood. I won't be a person that you're enjoying connecting with. And I probably won't feel well. My energy level may be low. I may have a headache or a stomach ache. Our mental has physical ramifications. And the sooner we realize that, and the sooner that we're willing to tap into that mental and use some of the tools that we talk about every day, the sooner you can take control. And you can literally control how you're feeling, how you're moving through life. I've seen people who are very, very ill. And instead of leaning into the fear and the frustration, it's a process. So that's a part of it as well. The fear and frustration is a process, is a part of the process. But I've seen people lean into their faith, lean into their, I know I'm going to be okay, and focus on the outcome instead of what they're experiencing. And they are able to go through such difficult times with so much grace, and they come out better on the other side, more faithful, stronger, a wonderful example for the rest of us as to how we can tackle the difficulties in our lives. I have a former a lady who I went to church with for a long time. I still go with her mom, and she was diagnosed a few months ago with breast cancer, and she chose to live that entire experience out as much as possible online. She's been sharing her experience with us and teaching. You know, she was like, there's things that I thought I knew that I absolutely didn't know
until I had to go through this for myself. So here's how you take care of your teeth. There's special toothpaste. There's these all different things that you have to do because the chemo has these different effects. I mean, she is literally, as she's going through it, teaching and outreaching and sharing. And some days are rough. And she'll just say, it's a rough day. Y'all pray for me. So she doesn't pretend like it's all sugar and rainbows. She's going through her experience, but she's choosing to live out loud and to share that experience in hopes of helping other people. And every time you see her, she has those lashes on, her makeup done, and she looks absolutely beautiful. And that beauty is coming from the inside out, despite her struggles. We're all capable of that kind of strength, but that starts in the mind. It starts with mindset. It starts with focus. Where am I putting my energy? Am I putting it on my problem, or am I looking towards and being inspired by my solution? It's a choice. And that is why we have Thankful Thursday, because we want to help you guys be solution based, be faithful, be grateful, use that as a tool to uplift you, regardless of what those external circumstances are. You can live a life of joy. Conchita says, greetings on this Thankful Thursday. Grateful for the freshness of the early morning gentle breeze here in the country. That's great. Nature gives us so many things to be grateful for. So maybe you are really in the thick of it, and there's really some trauma or drama that you're dealing with in your life, and it's difficult to find what you're grateful for. Step outside and look around you. Are the flowers starting to bloom? Is the sun shining? Maybe it's raining. And why would I be grateful for the rain? Because the rain nourishes the earth. The rain can give us those wonderful smells and cool that breeze on a hot summer day. You can find something to be grateful for. We just have to decide that we're going to look for it and we're going to lean into it. My mom said, good morning, fam. Thankful Thursday. Blessings to all. I'm thankful that I awakened this morning. I'm thankful for God's new mercies every day. I'm thankful that last night I was at the ER and today I feel as though I never had pain. My list goes on and on. I am most thankful that I know God and that I have a wonderful relationship with him. My list is great, so I will stop here, but not without being thankful that I'm allowed to see my own offspring make a positive impact in and on, I guess this is the world. And Ollie, thank you, Mother. Ollie says, hugs, everyone. Glad to join a bit late. You are always right on time, Ollie. Sonia says, good morning, fam. Good morning to you. And my mom also says, good morning to you, Sonia. All right. So I think I've gotten to all the comments. Let me check one more thing. There's one more. Hold on just a second here. Oh, no, that's it. That's me. I don't have to read my own comments. They're just falling out of my mouth, right? So let me share with you guys our quote for the day. And I really like this one, but don't I always? I always bring the quotes that inspire me in hopes that they have the same effect on you guys. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. John F. Kennedy. So when we think about that, it's not just to say I'm thankful. It's not just to say I appreciate you. It's not just to say thank you, but to show up in ways that support that statement. How do we show our gratitude? We're loving towards people, right? We make space for them because they matter. We show up. And we show up, and that's how we show our gratitude. There's many, many ways. We pick up the phone when that person calls, right? We have a listening active ear when and we're tuned in. We're not doing 50 things when they call, so they have to keep repeating themselves, right? When we are grateful for someone in our lives, it's not about just saying thank you, but it's about living out loud in a way that shows them that we're grateful for them. I get the there's a lot of people who say thank you, and then there's a smaller group of people who show me who show you that they really appreciate you. Action speaks so much louder than words. I've heard words my whole life. I've heard them all. I used to get so frustrated by the things that people say. I would just say, words are just rearranging the alphabet, right? To suit whatever it is you want to get out at that moment. But your actions, when those actions align with those words, now we have something. Now you have my attention. Now I know that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. The actions are going to support that or they won't. And that's really what really, really, really matters to me. All right. So that's our quote for today. Denise, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can unmic and share your thoughts, I would love to hear them.
Good morning. Good morning. To the person who said it was that they are not in pain. I'm praying for you,
Oh,
and I'm
that's my
so.
mom.
Oh, Mama J. Good morning, and
Mhm.
I'm so glad to hear it. And I'm praying for you. And Mama J made some more lemongrass, girl. I woke
I
up to
told
that
you
message. So if you don't know
she has
about
a
it,
show this weekend, so I
oh
knew she was
good, she had to
very
get that
stocked at the
because
house.
I went to Aromatic Visions. I was placing an order and it was like lemongrass is sold out. And I was like, oh no, oh no. So I had to send her a message. So grateful for that. I'm gonna have to go back and get that. There were so many beautiful gems in your share this morning, Cassandra. It was full of so many things that blessed me. I couldn't even tap into. I'm focused on one though, because yesterday, I made my list and I had a project I was working on and I didn't know how to tackle it. And
Hmm.
so I just got a piece of paper and I started writing down kind of where the project is and where it needs to go. And the next thing I know, I had this full page of just stuff. And it was bullet points and so I wrote this sentence on the top and I said, how do I get this project from here to there? Because on the left side of the page is my habit, is where we are. On the right side of the page is where I'm trying to go and where it needs to go, all the different elements. And all of a sudden I had this feeling in my stomach. I don't know where it came from. And you mentioned that whole thing about the mental has physical ramifications. That was that one thing you said and I was like, oh my goodness, she's talking about what happened to me yesterday. So I'm working, I'm happy, I'm having a great day. I had this delicious like cup of tea and all of a sudden and I knew what it was. It was anxiety. It just hit me.
Hmm.
It just hit me because my brain asked that question, right? I wrote it down. And in that moment, I didn't know. How am I going to get from the left side to the right side? So I physically removed myself from the situation. I got up and I took a walk. And I took a walk. I didn't even realize how long I was walking until I got back. I walked until that feeling went away. I walked that anxiety out. I was like, I'm not going back in my office. I'm not going back in that desk to sit down until I feel like I just don't have that feeling anymore. And I ended up staying up a little bit late. I got from the left side to the right side. So my gratefulness is just huge that I've incorporated habits that look healthy to me. I've incorporated habits that are healthy for me, both mentally and physically. And this day, this thankful Thursday, this thing that you do, my favorite day is Wake Up Wednesday, right?
Right,
But
right.
this day, I have to say there were times when I would just say something like I went and bought this big old bag of mangoes and I had apples and mangoes yesterday and it was the best dish. Oh my God, it was so good. So in the past I would have just said, I'm happy to be able to live in a place where I could just go buy have a big old fruit salad. I might say something simple, which I'm grateful for, but it
Hmm.
just runs so much deeper. And it's because I'm no longer being this habitual creature, but rather a very intentional human being. And it's because of this show, it's because of the presence of like minds in my life and being very intentional in how I treat myself and how I think. So I let go of those past behaviors and those thoughts that may have doubt and like old beliefs attached. And I'm approaching with intentional thoughts of gratefulness for every experience. And I'm just looking at how I handled that yesterday. And I'm like, you know what, a year ago, I would have sat in that. I would have even not known that I had struggled through the day. Might have still
Right.
had the same outcome. I'm going to get from the left to the right side of the page because I'm determined to do so.
Right.
But it would have been a more unhealthy experience because I would have still had that anxiety in my stomach. I would have got to the end of the day and been like, oh my God, it's been such a rough day. But not yesterday. I got there and I was like, okay, girl, see you. Like I was talking to myself, talking it up. Didn't have that feeling. I didn't have that feeling in my stomach. I was like, okay, I had to kind of rewrite it. And now today I'm on the next level of tasks for the same project, but made it from, let's say, step 1 to step 2, you know. So I'm grateful for that, grateful for having an approach that says, you can't do it this way. This is not going to be good for you. So maybe you should get up and go for a walk, telling myself that the mental can affect the physical, that all of those levels are important, starting the day in such a positive way, in such a spirit-filled way. And I want to say this. I got a call from a friend last night
Mm-hmm.
who's really going through something, a dear, dear old friend. And he kind of said, can I talk to you? I said, of course. A friend calls you, says, can I talk to you? You're going to say, of course, right? That's why
Mm-hmm.
I picked up the phone. But he said, no, can I talk to you?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'm listening. When he was done, I said, I sense that you're not calling me for advice. You just need somebody to listen. And you referred to in our prayer this morning, you referred to my season right now as a season of celebration. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we're in a season, what I realized after that call last night, followed by a call this morning from the same person, he's in a season of challenge and doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is that through it all, you remain faithful. You may not see the other side of it. He don't know how it's going to turn out. He has to make some tough decisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying, I just need to make the decision. I just need to move forward. And we both prayed this morning and said, you're going to do so faithfully, with faith, with hope, with joy in your heart, even though you don't know what the outcome is. So it just reminds me that whether it's a season of anxiety, a season of grief, or a season of celebration, like Brother B says, you count it all joy. Keep it simple, keep it straightforward. Hold on to your faith, and when we get off of here, I'm gonna call and check in on him and say, how we doing this morning?
Mm-hmm.
Just because when we're going through, we sometimes need to hear from a friend that, hey, I'm thinking about you. You're
Yep.
not in this. You're not in
Not
this
enough.
alone,
Mm-hmm.
and you got people surrounding you that are going to hold you up. So whatever your season is, you just remain grateful that you have to know that you're going to come out of it, and you'll have a different season, whether it's celebration, joy, happiness, but the seasons change. And just stay in it and stay faithful and strong, and be grateful that you have the mind to even do so. So thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you. Thank you. And, guys, don't miss the fact that she was saying season of this, season of that, because, and remember that seasons change. So if you happen to be in a season that's difficult, it's temporary. You will move through it. Seasons change. We take what we can from that season and we move forward to the next. So even when you're in your darkest situation, just know that right outside of where you can see is the light. That season is going to change. You will move forward, and this will be in your rearview mirror. But take the learning, take the gifting from it forward with you. Leave all that stress and the emotions of the experience. Process those, but don't drag them forward. Don't let your history continue to mar your present and your future. Let's see. Ollie says, don't sip in the cup of anxiety. Ollie, the great wordsmith. I love that. Let's see. We have some other folks who have joined us. Nelva said, I made it. Hey, boo. I'm glad that you are here. I see my beautiful niece, Bridget. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see one of my daughter's besties, Brianna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you guys join us as well. And let's see, that I missed. Conchita said, and during those seasons, trust is important to support our faith. Trust God through the process. Absolutely. And Sonia responded back to you, Mother. She said, good morning, beautiful, positive, energetic, and supportive Mama J. All right. I think I have gotten through everyone's comments. I don't want to miss anyone. So grateful that you all are here and that you were engaged. Some of you guys came in a little later than the beginning when I was giving you all an assignment. Today's Thankful Thursday, so that's why we want to put our gratitude chain out all over social media. So as we're talking and each speaker is sharing, allow yourself to just picture what you're grateful for. Who are you grateful for in your life? What experiences are you grateful for? What are the foundational things at the core of you that you're so glad that they're there? What does nature give you? What does your career, your business, your job, what relationships are important to you? What are things that you have that your life would not be the same if they were no longer there? Think about questions like that, and whatever comes up, place your gratitude in that spot, on that person, in that relationship. Be grateful for those things and feel that experience. Don't just think it. We are so cerebral sometimes. We're either really, really thinking or we're really, really feeling. But I'm asking you to connect the two. Allow your thinking to help your physical experience be better, your emotional experience be lighter, right? Your mental be more balanced. Gratitude can do all of that for you. So notice how you're feeling in your body now, and notice what happens in your body as you start to think about and re-experience the things, the people, the situations that you're grateful for. So I want to see those comments start to come in as you guys think about what you're grateful for. Whatever platform you're listening on, please do drop your gratitude comments. I'm grateful for, I so much appreciate, I couldn't live without, you fill in the blank, whatever works for you. And we're all going to celebrate those things together as we continue to move through. Brian, it is over to you. Are you able to unmic and share?
Si, senora. Buenos dias.
All right. I'm grateful for that energy.
Thanks for doing this, Cassandra. I love coming in. I love listening to what you guys talk about. You know, I'm going to come at it like I usually come at it from a devil's advocate standpoint, right?
All right.
I always like to play the flip side of the story.
Okay,
So,
well, you be our angel advocate. We got it. We ain't bringing no devils into this space.
right. Well, listen. Let's talk frankly. The devil was an angel,
It was
right?
an angel. We want
So,
your wings, and the most beautiful, right?
and the most beautiful,
The most
right? So
beautiful.
and this is what I'm leading into. This is the story,
Let's go.
right?
Let's go. Let me let you do what you do. Go ahead.
So check this out. Check this out. When we think about all of the things that are happening to us, we usually only say we're grateful for the good stuff, right? We usually say we're grateful for longevity. We're grateful for good health. We're grateful for our loving family. We never thank God for the bad stuff that comes. We never thank God for the obstacles. We never thank God for the opposition. We never thank God for the storms. Trust me when I tell you, though, that latter part is probably more important than the former.
Yeah.
When you look over your life and you start to see how far you've come, it's the storms that you're looking at that you've overcome. It's not the good stuff. You don't say, well, thank you for the storm, but that's what you're looking at. You sitting and you thinking back and you reflecting like, oh man, I can't believe I made it over. Yeah, you did. But we don't be grateful enough. We don't say thanks enough for that. That's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful not for being able to go around the mountain. I'm grateful for being able to climb. You know what I'm saying? Scars, stressed out, sweat, about to pass out. I'm grateful for being able to climb that opposition, for being able to climb over that mountain. When you look at life, look at it from an aspect of totality, not just one aspect, right? Don't just think about the good stuff. There's no good without the bad. There's a yin and a yang. People talk about it and it's almost cliche now, but it's the honest to God truth, right? That part that you don't thank God enough for, that's the part that is really changing your life. Thank God for that.
Yes, sir.
I need
I
some
agree.
fire emojis. I need some
I know, right?
I need some clapping emojis. I'm over here like, yes, amen.
After every show, the tool sends they want to get rated. And they always ask, well, what could make it better? And I've consistently for months now been saying, we need emojis. We need emojis. So hopefully they'll add that functionality at some point, because you have those moments where you just want to see them fly because what has been said is so impactful. And Brian, you are absolutely right. That's the beauty of hindsight. When you can clean your lens and look at your life in totality, you will see that those storms were not designed to stop you. They were not designed to hurt you. The winds of those storms are the very things that blew you forward, that gave you strength. Walking against the wind is hard work. When you lean in and you're taking those steps, it's like having weights around your ankles. You're building up muscles that you didn't have before. They're more solid than they were before. And when you get through the storm, now those are the winds that are behind you that are propelling you forward. The storms in our life, as bad as they feel in the moment, are more impactful in our lives than all the good days combined. Because that's where our strength comes from. That's where our resilience comes from. That's where our compassion comes from. Sometimes that's how we find our passion and know what really matters for us. The storms are not here to destroy you. They're here to strengthen you and then to blow you forward towards your destiny. So just remember that when you're in it, it's hard. You're not going to say, oh, I'm so grateful I lost my job. I'm so grateful I just lost this individual. I'm so grateful for this bad thing that's going on. No one talks and really thinks like that. But with the magic of, what you can do in that moment is you can say, I'm so grateful that I'm still here. I'm so grateful that I'm moving through. I'm so grateful to know that there's an other side to this if I just keep on keeping on, right? You can be grateful even in the midst of those dark days. And you should be, because that is what's going to give you the strength. That will give you the mental fortitude to keep on keeping on. And that's what it's about. Who wants to get stuck in the storm? Storms blow over, right? Who wants to get stuck in the valley? It's our job to climb out. And in doing so, we're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. We're realizing some stuff about ourselves. I didn't know I was this strong. I didn't know I could bounce back from this. I didn't know I could do things that are so difficult. And that's the memories that we should grab when the next thing shows up. When that next difficulty, it's like, oh man, here it is. We have to get through it. But I know that I can because I got through that last storm. I climbed out of that last valley. I made it through that loss. I did that, so I know I can do this. And we often forget to use our history positively to motivate us, to remind us of our resilience and just how strong we are and how we have a force that is protecting us and moving us forward if we choose to connect to it. We're never by ourselves. If Denise forgets to make the call, her friend is still not by himself. There's nothing like having that physical presence, having somebody on this side go, you know what? You are important to me. I heard you. I felt you. And I just want to make sure that you're okay. That call is going to mean the world, right? But at the same time, when those calls don't come, we have to know that we're connected to something bigger than it all and that it's going to keep moving us through. Lean into God, lean into your faith, lean into your power within that power and allow it to keep you moving forward. Let's see we've got lots of comments coming in. Let's see. Conchita says, remembering. She's grateful for remembering that all things work together for our good. Absolutely. That's a very succinct way of saying what I just tried to say in the last 57 minutes. Ernest said, I'm grateful for getting up today and doing so much needed TLC. I am happy for you, Ernest. There's nothing like that TLC. Loving on yourself, giving yourself what you need so that you're able to stand strong and really be a resource to the world and to others and those around you. If you don't put your mask on first, it's limited what you have to give. Ollie says, oh, wow, Brian, I love your energy. And Conchita said, Brian bringing the heat today. Oh, yeah. And it's funny that you say that because Denise was asking for fire emojis. Ollie said, boom, thank God for everything. And my mom said, yes, Denise, we must remain faithful no matter what we go through in this life. We must remember that nothing can happen unless God allows. He is in control of everything. Yes, we go through seasons, meaning that whatever we're going through won't last. We have some rain with our sunshine. Very, very true. And then she said, come on, Brian. Yes, you are all in my pastor's sermon. We have to thank God for all things. Man, that's awesome. Now, Lord, don't move my mountain, but give me the strength to climb. Amen and amen. I love that song. And Conchita says, his share reminds me of a butterfly quote. The butterfly is incapable of flight until the struggle to free himself from his cocoon has given him wings, the strength he needs. The hardest you've ever struggled is the strongest you'll ever be. Christopher Abraham. Ooh, that's good. That is good. Yes, the hardest you've ever struggled is the strongest you'll ever be. My mom said, speak, daughter. I'm always grateful to know that God has better for me. If we suffer with him, we can reign with him. Yes, lean in. Preach, daughter. And Ollie says, Brian is on fire. They feeling the heat. Let's see. Nelva said, I'm thankful for my family and friends who fill my heart with joy in all my seasons. So I am thankful for you guys for taking up the challenge and continue and to dropping in those moments of gratitude and sharing it with us. You can continue to do that. And as we get ready to wrap up shortly, I would like to share those actionable steps that I'm always talking about. So give me just a moment here. And this time I'm going to do it as an acronym for appreciate. That's a lot of letters. So hang on. So we're going to start with, remember, we're appreciating, we're grateful, we're thankful, and we're going to start with acknowledge. Recognize the good in your life and the effort of others. Present. Stay present in the moment to fully appreciate what you have. It's important. That's why we talk about that mindfulness and breathing exercises and things that are going to bring you to right now. The past is gone. The future is unknown. All we have is right now. And when you can live here, you have less fear, less anxiety, less worry. You can appreciate what's happening right here in this moment. So presence. Positivity. Foster a positive outlook by focusing on blessings, not burdens. What are you focused on? Are you focused on your problem? Or are you looking for the solution? Are you looking at the things in your life as blessings, things that I get to do? Or are you looking at them as burdens, things that I have to do? Right? It's a mindset thing. Check your mindset, because when we change our mindset, we change everything. Reflect. Take time to reflect on the things that bring joy and meaning to your life, which is exactly what we've been doing since we've been together. And that's what those comments that you guys are sharing. You had to think about it. You had to reflect on it, right? Before you could share it. Empathy. Cultivate empathy by appreciating the struggles and success of others. When we have an empathetic heart, we can see what others are going through. That's what Denise was talking about. Really opening up and leaning in to allow her friend to speak, and then being moved by the conversation to the point of feeling for that situation and wanting to follow through even the next day to make sure all is well. Empathy. And in creating that, you show appreciation, and you learn to be appreciative of what you have, right? Connection. Strengthen your connections with those around you through acts of gratitude. There is nothing like feeling like someone appreciates you, to endear you to that person. You don't feel like you're wasting your time. You don't feel like you're being taken advantage of. You know you're in a mutual relationship of respect and appreciation. And those are the relationships that are most valuable to me. Inspire. Inspire others by sharing your gratitude openly and often. it not only lifts up the person that's on the receiving end, but it keeps turning up the dial for you on what you are appreciative of and who you are appreciative of. And that is inspirational. That's those changes in the body that I'm asking you to tap into. Abundance. See the world as abundant, focusing on what you have, not what you do not have. It's a mindset shift, right? There may be things that you want, those become goals, and you do the work to create a plan so that you can accomplish those goals. But in the meantime, you are grateful for what you have in the here and now. You see the gift in that. And when we focus on abundance, again, it changes the body, it changes the mindset, it changes how you feel and how you show up. Transform. Let gratitude transform your perspective and your interactions. If the one I use all the time is being mad at somebody that you care about. If you can, for just a moment, before you let that ugly sentence come out of your mouth, before you go into attack mode, I'm going to show you, you hurt my feelings, so I'm going to hurt your feelings. Before you go into all of those natural human responses, if you could just give yourself a little space and think about who that person is in your world, why they're in your world, why they are important to you. It will take some of the sting out of your response, because now you're looking at the individual and not the circumstance. You're looking to protect the relationship more than win the fight, right? And so it will transform your perspective, and you will interact with people so much differently when you lead with the value of that person in your life and allow that to be more important than whatever that situation is. Then you can have an adult conversation. You can share your feelings. You can share your disappointments. You can make them aware of where they hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. But you're not doing it from a place of anger or you got me, so I'm going to get you back. Allow gratitude to transform that perspective and manage your interactions in a much more positive, healthy way. Enrich your life and the lives of others by living gratefully every day. When we create our gratitude chain all over social media, we are setting up our own mental so that we lead through the rest of this day with gratitude. When something difficult happens to you today or at any other point, give yourself a little mental break and think about what you're grateful for. Allow yourself to relax and get creative again so that you can work through whatever it is that's causing that angst. It will enrich your lives and the lives of others when you're leading with gratitude. So that is appreciate, taking the word appreciate and giving you some steps and ways of thinking that is going to enhance your gratitude practice, enhance how you show up in the world for yourself and for others. A couple of other comments came in. My mom said, Conchita, you always bring smoke too. I can't wait to meet you in person. And then she said, last but not least, this is Conchita, thankful for the Cassandra Terry Morning Show along with the FAM Collective. Thank you so much. And I was so excited to see you join the FAM Collective yesterday, Conchita. And just as an FYI, we went through, it's the SOAR Collective. You guys know by now, I don't think there's anybody that's completely new to this space. But SOAR is the book that I published back in March. It became live on Amazon on the 25th. And many of you have supported that book. And a subset of those folks joined me last week for the SOAR Challenge. And we had a 4-day challenge where each day we delve into the different aspects of the SOAR framework: strengths, overcoming, achieving, and resilience. Identifying our strengths. How do we overcome limits? Be they self-limiting beliefs or limits in other ways? How do we go about setting good goals and achieving those goals? And how do we build a resilient mindset? We spent a couple of hours Monday through Thursday, each day digging into each part of SOAR and doing exercises that allow them to really start to incorporate and personalize SOAR for their unique journey. And it was an amazing experience. I got to graduate the inaugural class of the SOAR framework. And I think it was 12 of you guys, which was an amazing experience. And out of that and other activities that I have going on, like my vision board parties and followers of different spaces like what we have today, the morning show, I've created a SOAR collective. It's a community where the majority of my content is going to go there now. I still will do the morning show. And there's a few things. I have a newsletter that goes out on LinkedIn every Saturday morning at 10. I'm going to continue to do that. But some of the other things that I do will primarily be for this group. It's a subscription group. These people are investing in themselves and in me. And I take that very, very seriously. So every morning, it went out about an hour ago, they'll get an affirmation for the day within the group. And then I'm creating content specifically for them that has lots of actionable steps and things that they can use to really enhance their experience, enhance their life, and keep them moving towards their goals. For example, earlier this week, I gave them a YouTube video of this breathing exercise that is so cool. The way that individual put it together, it was a resource that I absolutely wanted to share with them. So resources, tools, content, that space will be rich with things that you guys can use to improve your life. It's a Facebook group, the SOAR Collective. It's visible to everyone, but it's subscribers only will actually have access to the content. So if you guys are interested in learning more, reach out, or you can just Google, not Google, but search for me or search for the SOAR Collective. SOAR is all caps on Facebook. I had somebody join yesterday that I don't know, so which was very exciting. So I think we're up to 6 or 7 members already, and it's only been out a couple of days, and I haven't talked about it very much publicly, but we are slowly and organically growing a community that we will do masterminds and training and things like that for folks who we know are ready to move forward because they show up, because they're bringing people with them, because they're investing in their future. And I am so proud to be a part of that collective and bring that together and watch it grow. So we've got that going on next month, no, later this month, actually, on the 25th. I think Brian dropped, but we're working on the flyer and all the marketing materials for it right now. But my next vision board party is coming up. I think it's May the 25th. So we'll start putting out the information about that for those of you who'd like to register. We talk about vision and clarity all the time and how important that is. And the vision board party is a goal setting workshop and then leading into you actually creating your vision board. For those of you that are a part of the SOAR Collective, there's no charge for that. It's just a part of your membership to be able to participate in the vision board events. And I'll do at least one every quarter. So the May one is coming up, and you guys stay tuned, and we will share more about that as we pull all the details together. I think we've done it. Let me check to make sure I did not miss Grace, African Braider. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to see that you joined us again. Always good to see you. I think I'm checking one other place. This is a beautiful problem to have, y'all. all the messages that you leave don't necessarily come through on the tool that I'm using. So I literally have this one tool that sends out the live to all these different places. But because I can't see everybody's messages, I also have the show running in different tabs, and I can see your messages as they pop up. So I'm jumping around, and I know you see me looking down. It's because I've got my phone in my hand with another platform, and making sure that I greet everyone and don't miss the beautiful shares that you're giving, because that makes the show so much richer. Your presence and your contribution is a part of what makes this work. We will be back tomorrow Already Friday, guys. I don't know where the week has gone, but I'm glad that it has unfolded as it has. So we'll be back here tomorrow at 7:15 a.m. Central for Focus Friday. So I am looking forward to that.
Thank you for joining us today.
You guys
Make
can
sure
be
you
back.
join us every week, Tuesday through Friday, 7:15 a.m. Central Time for the Cassandra Terry Morning Show. For advertising or sponsorship questions, reach out to Cassandra or any member of the FAM Collective on their LinkedIn profiles. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day.